death.
Could be we're about to enter a loop.
And this looks like he's scared.
This is like paranoid in the maze this time.
I mean, with good reason.
Well, maybe like an open door is better than a closed door. Unless it's a bathroom and someone's in it.
And then they should lock it.
They should close it.
But I think whether or not you have if you're in the bathroom, you should have the door closed, so people know not to come in. But if no one's in the bathroom, you should leave the door open, so people know that they can go in the bathroom.
Or if you want to be a little pervy and have people walk in on you and you act surprised with
You
your
could
stuff
leave it
out.
open then too.
Yeah.
But as like a universal sign, or not universal, but at least within our culture, a sign of whether or not it's okay to go in the bathroom. Leave the door open when you're not in there. Then people have to wonder at a closed door whether or not the bathroom is occupied.
Yeah. I stopped paying attention to you, but
That's fine. There's important things. You have to decide which door.
yeah. So I think maybe 35 then.
David's thinking 35 because the door's open.
Look
Yeah.
at his eyes looking down towards in these two frames.
Yeah, it's not good. This is like a whole spectrum, but the crown is kind of in the middle.
Nellie
There's
said that
no door.
34 is death. And
Because I mean,
She thinks the furthest left figure looks like a corpse.
she
but-
said that death is better than
but that doesn't
fear is better than
necessarily
death.
relate to that door. They're looking at 35 in these two frames.
Well, we've been to 13 and look at the face above 13. Did that equate 13?
I think it kind of did. Sorry to editorialize, but that's kind of the face of.
So you do think that would be
No,
Nellie thinks so.
no, Nellie.
But I'm not Nellie. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Only
if
in your
those
role
guys
play.
were looking at if those faces are any indicator for 35, then perhaps this face or this face would be an indicator for 34.
Maybe
And
it's restful. Maybe it's sleeping
Yeah.
arrangements.
now, one thing I noticed is this crown. If that was a clue, in these numbers, it's like kind of in the middle. And if we were to order the numbers of the rooms sequentially, 34 would be in the middle, or would be in between 13 and 35.
So you think it actually
If that was a clue,
that was indicating?
or that's one idea, one way to interpret that.
So what do you think of 34?
Well, based on that one clue, if it's a clue.
So there
Alright, let's do
was
34.
clearly a number over the crown. I don't know what number that
Right.
Unless it was made that way.
could have been made that way.
I see 34.
34? Or
Okey doke.
34 why?
Something about safety or something.
but is there something to the open door versus a closed door? You said something earlier about an open door is more.
It's more pervy. Potentially.
Well, why are you going towards 34? That's just what I want to know.
I don't know.
That's a
My
fine.
thought about going toward 34 was if this crown was some kind of clue, it lies in between, in the middle of the numbers, and 34 is in between 13 and 35 if you were to order them.
Oh, I see. So you're saying, I see. So the crown is in the middle of the numbers, and okay, I get it. 34. A middle-class drawing room or parlor. It was amazing how much more comfortable they felt in these surroundings. Everyone sat down, some on the floor, and chatted about where they'd been and where they should go. Magpies, I said to myself, not a real thought in their heads. They were so much at ease, they almost missed what the room was telling them altogether. They finally got the message, which I thought was pretty obvious, and we went on to...
Let's go to 25.
Didn't we do 25?
Did we-
We ended up going to 25. We went to 27, and we went back. We went to 18.
Oh, that's right.
Where we
We
had
proved
been,
myself right, and
there
then we
were-
went to 30 to 25.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So I guess 10.
Giant compass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless we want to go back to 25.
Well,
Did we open all the doors in 25?
Yes. No. I don't know.
You wanna go back to 25?
Well, then we'd be going to 35 if we went to 25. Let's just go to 10.
Okay.
So we haven't been.
You're going to 10 because you just came from 25 and you want to go somewhere new.
Yeah. I don't want to follow Mr. Peanut.
Does everyone agree to that? Or
It would be fine with me if we went to 10.
Sarah? You seem like you don't really agree. Don't move yet, David. Wait.
No, I'm fine with, I don't know, 35 made me nervous, so
So yeah, let's do
10,
10.
you know, maybe is, you know, magpies, not a real thought in their head. Jib, pine, compass, what do those things have to do with each other? Nothing. Magpies. I don't know. So maybe?
Yeah,
10?
let's do
Okay.
10.
You know, I wonder if that in 35, like he's like, maybe it's because he's going to die. Like, and then
Like he was dead and then he woke up to die again.
Oh, that's, oh no.
A room that
No, it's
smelled of paint. Faint voices, apparently in an argument, came from behind the locked door. "You know," said one, "that sounds like us in there." They tried the door, but naturally it wouldn't open. The voices stopped when the doorknob rattled. One picked up the umbrella. "It may rain where we're going." I signaled my approval, and after a short rest, we came to...
34.
Let's go to 41.
41 or 14.
Let's go to 40. We haven't been that high, have we? No. Let's go to 41.
he talked about 40.
That was
Didn't we talk
in the
about
very first, on the very first page was 41.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go. So let's go there this
That's
time.
not where you wanted to go.
Yeah, well, the thing is about 41 and 14 is their mirror
They're
images.
reversed.
So,
Depending on the mirror.
See those?
yeah.
Faith versus, apparently in an argument, they came not in the locked door. Someone leaving.
Chester, go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Chester, oh. It crawls up your skin like it was
That's a good-
75
It's a single door.
degrees.
You know, that's an interesting thought. Would that be like a closet?
Why?
That's a double door too.
Because it's Chester.
It looks like someone came in and they just were like gonna slip out and then come back. They got their bags there, their umbrella, the bed's turned down. They're gonna just go and look in their closet and get their gym jams on. And then they're gonna come right back.
So we decided to go to 41?
That's where I would go if I was just gonna slip out and just,
Check it out.
brush my teeth, get my gym jams,
See what's up?
come back and get back into bed.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I traveled. I'm tired. I want to sleep.
Oh, so you just arrived.
in my four-poster bed.
Somebody turned it back.
Or you're leaving.
Oh, so you didn't have before you left.
Or that's the
We were in
current
an
style
argument.
for
I think
making
that they
your
were
bed.
leaving. 41?
41 because that's where you... I missed the reason.
Gym jams.
Jim Jam.
Jim's jams
Okay.
were the reason.
41.
Is that right?
Because
That's
that's...
totally right.
It's-
Yeah. Well, I mean, David wants to go there, and I came up with something would work for me to go there that I
Okay.
couldn't quite see the same in 14.
A room with a special piece of
This is
furniture
exciting.
I thought might appeal to my guests. How can we trust that thing? One remarked. Who knows where it ends up? I knew naturally, but that wasn't the point. They were pretty sure of themselves and went right on to.
I'm gonna go 35 because there's a ladder.
We kind of need to.
Did-
We've already checked out all those other rooms, haven't we?
I don't think we've been to 38.
Ones where
haven't-
we
yeah.
started.
Oh, but 38 does have a slide.
So we either go up or down.
Let's go up.
I just feel
Let's
like
go
we
up.
did 38, but I don't know if we did.
I don't think we did. I don't know.
38 doesn't sound.
We did 30.
We can stop it and go back to the recording.
30.
Let's do 35. That's what I say. Because it's up. It's a ladder.
Special piece of furniture. Not likely to appeal to guests. How can we trust that thing? Who knows where it ends up? I'm not sure that wasn't the point. They were pretty sure themselves and what they wanted to. I don't know. What would be inviting to a guest? A slide or a ladder?
A ladder?
Really?
Yeah.
They were pretty sure of themselves, so they would probably just go like, "Oh, what's this? It's cool. Let's go down this."
But
I
Like,
mean,
what if they
yeah.
didn't see the slide?
this is a
You
piece
can't not see
Yeah,
it.
it's dangerous.
Like fun, yay! It looks like a kid. Look, it's fun. Let's
No,
go.
see, look
I
at
mean,
that.
that might
No.
indicate a trap.
Yeah, that's what
like
it's.
a
That's totally
frog
what's
with a-
happening there. The fly is going to get eaten by the frog. That is a trap.
Mushrooms, mummy. Oof. This is very bad.
Ladder.
The mushrooms indicate growth, like the beginning.
Those are cut off. They're
Like
not going to
Shasta
grow.
mold.
Right, the mushrooms aren't necessarily bad. It's just they
That's
might be
Well, we've
That might
definitely been to
indicate
one.
the
decay.
kinds
That's
that
decay.
No, that's one. We came from one.
I'm
We
just
started in one. Let's do 35. I'm saying 35. I'm gonna run right up there.
You gotta wait for the group.
I'm gonna make my
Or
decks roll.
down.
She
I'm
chose
climbing, roll. That I'm saying 38 is a trap. Look at
That might indicate
Look
a
at
trap.
that
But
toad.
they're like- but there's something
Totally.
about that language of like a special piece of furniture. I thought might appeal to my guests.
But he doesn't want to help us.
How can we trust that thing? One remarked, and he's like,
Yeah.
and
he wants to kill us.
then they're like kids. They're like, oh, let's just go.
Or she. Or they.
You want to go up the ladder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that old
And
man's
you're deciding that
expression was
by a process of elimination. You eliminated the slide because of the lack of trust. 10 because you think you've been there, and 1 because you've been there.
I think, well, so 35, that old man's expression of such surprise and terror. It's like,
Oh, that was going to 35.
that
That's
was
right.
going to 35.
Yeah. No. This is.
So,
No, I think that he was like, "Oh, I found the exit." He was like, "I won." He was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I,
The terror of
I
dropping
feel like
his fear of
both
failure.
of them have the equal opportunity of being bad.
35. Let's do it.
38.
Well, it's going through a maze is scary. Like inherently, it's a scary experience. It's exciting, but
It's
you know.
it's like life, you know.
It is.
Yeah. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It can be scary.
You're just
Can
trying to
be
survive.
fun.
Just like mushrooms, right?
Just like taking mushrooms. I say 35. I'm all about this.
It's-
What's
Yeah.
she doing? Like la 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 la.
Yeah, she's like
La, la,
pointing to
la,
her
la.
crazy eyes. Look at her crazy eyes. Look at that crazy eye. Look at his crazy eyes.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the eyes.
Loco en cabeza. I don't know. Okay, so what were you? 35?
Let's go. Let's go up.
35.
35.
Going 35. What appeared to be someone's basement. One of them sank gratefully down on an old couch which promptly collapsed. I tried to hide my smile. A totem or tribal fetish, said one, walking around the center of the room. It could be a work of art, suggested another. Perhaps it's a signal to us, the thoughtful one said. A warning or direction. Not much help when there is only one way to go, put in another. I still think it's a signal. Yes, I said right away. I'm sure you're right. She was immediately suspicious. Still, With no real choice to make, we left the thing standing alone in light and silence and went into...
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Joe, that's like a place you lived, but you don't live there anymore.
Oh, well,
And your suit.
We've been to.
we've been to 30.
Okay, David jumped ahead. We already moved to
Yeah.
33.
Yep.
Okay.
So now 35. Here's our chance.
Wait, we just came from
Did
30.
We
go
just
through-
did. We've
so
done all
7.
these.
Yeah, now I have to
We've
go to
been
seven.
all these
back.
places.
We've been oh.
Okay, wait. Let's go. Let's just
Failed.
stay calm. What was 3? Are there any rooms we didn't explore?
We've been to
We've been to
3.
all these.
But what was on
I
3?
don't remember.
Because we might be able to just get out of the loop on one of them. Maybe not.
We could
on
go back to the
first step.
first one and go to a different room.
We can't go. We
We
can't
could
get
go
back.
through- but
we
we-
can't get back from that.
Well, we eventually will.
We have got to go down in one of these doors. Let's go back to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to go?
81.
81. Yeah.
81.
81.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll read that as 18.
Oh, yeah, 18. I was like, there aren't 81 persons
Oh,
here.
that's right. I didn't want to go down 8.
Oh, my God.
There's no 81.
I want 81.
So we have to go to 13.
You want to go back
God,
to
this
13?
is so
Or you want to go back to 3 and choose 81?
No, we can't.
Okay. 13.
13.
Okay. So
27. Did we
we
go?
ended up going back to. We went to 25 because 27 took us back to somewhere.
Oh.
Okay,
So we
18
did
took you
it
back.
at 25.
25.
We're arguing with a conservative, which is circular logic here.
So
34.
34.
34.
We already did 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're now back.
I'm
in.
starting to sweat a little bit.
Wait, where are we? Okay, so we're 34 now?
Mhm.
10,
Ugh.
25.
25 is...
We went. Yeah. So 10. We went to 10.
So we're going to go to 10 now?
We
10.
went to 10.
Oh, we didn't go to 34, right?
No, we did go to 34. We just went
Oh.
to 34. So
Oh.
there's 10.
14.
We chose.
Yeah.
We chose 41 last time.
We
so
haven't
we're
been to 14.
One of the biggest rooms in the house. All 3 doorways were dark.
Okay.
Afraid to go out? I asked. Since they tried to think of themselves as adults, they didn't care for my question. Not really, said the thoughtful one, but that doesn't mean we have to go running around out there just to prove something to you. I knew she would bear watching. Choose then, I cried as if my feelings were hurt. Pay no attention to anything I say. I knew they couldn't afford not to listen to me entirely. They were so easily led. Turning around, the group took a path that completely surprised me after all, and I followed them to...
We've been to 10. Have we been to 24, 43? We haven't been to 43.
We haven't. I don't think we've been.
43. We gotta go 43.
Yeah,
Target.
43. Yeah.
Why
Target, that's a
43?
bullseye. We're going to the right place.
Because the bullseye.
Yeah.
Oh, there's those stairs. 38.
This looks good. 22. We didn't go to 22
Okay.
before.
Been to 22.
Let me read my part. A great hall dominated by the entrance to room 22. The face over the door had a sly look. Is it good or bad to have only 2 choices? They wanted to know. It was predictably enough neither good nor bad. These people just didn't know how to phrase a meaningful question. You have to be very particular in this house. We went on to. Two.
So that one room, if we went up the ladder towards 38, would put us wherever that ladder is going down to, or 22
With the big horn.
with a big one.
Or bell ringing currently. I say 38.
Why?
Because it seems like the worst idea. And I think that means that we're on the right track.
Did we do 38 before?
I don't remember.
We didn't. We went. Did we go? No, maybe we did go up the ladder.
I thought we did 38.
And didn't go
Okay.
down the slide. And the slide was.
the slide was 38?
No, the ladder was 38.
The ladder was 35.
Yeah, the ladder's
35?
35.
Yeah, we didn't
So
want to go
38
down
was the slide.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go where
Now
I want
you
to go.
wanna
This
Really?
is
You know you wanted to go for the ladder.
It did not.
You did. Peek. I feel like that's enlightenment over there. Like this horn and. I don't know.
Say 38.
Heart. Why? Why 38?
Because I think that it's giving itself off as the worst idea, so I think that's why it's the best idea.
This one says neither good nor bad.
Yeah, but see, they're in quotes.
Very particular. How do they slide? I'd go with the latter.
You're going to do 38?
I could see that.
Do you agree to 38 because it looks like the worst idea?
Because see, it's like 22 could be all facade. Yeah,
It's all
but this
fancy.
grand entrance.
I don't like
and-
fancy.
It's like 22 is trying to trick you, and 38 is
Yeah.
honestly bad.
Yeah. Right.
When did we hear that before?
Yeah, it's gotten us this far.
Keep.
Yourself.
Keep.
Nellie's saying words.
Convince us.
Trap. Trap. Trap.
Nellie's pointing to the part sign and saying trap.
Trap. Keep
Trap.
yourself.
She's
What do you
pointing
say?
now to the ladder and
Trap
saying
is
trap.
part. Trap.
Trap.
Part trap.
Trap.
So
The trap feels closer to this.
Where are you
with
getting
an arrow
trapped?
down.
Part read backwards.
Oh.
Trap. It's a trap.
Well, then keep. Yeah.
But are they talking about that or
Keep yourself trapped. Trap yourself. Keep.
trap yourself?
Trap self. You'll keep. Plus. Still say 38. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Okay. Nellie, do you agree to 38 because of David's assurances, or
Well,
Despite them.
I'm not sure. So.
I mean, who would be
Trapped.
warning us that that was a trap? Had they been down there? If it's a trap, how did they get out?
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know.
Or maybe he really is holding a sign apart.
Hmm.
so? What do you think, Sarah? You want to go 38 or 22? I feel like Nellie's leaning towards 22. David maybe is thinking about 38.
I was thinking of 38 after the fact because, but 22. What do you think about this trumpet? Or whatever that is. It's very
Kind of looks
could
too
be like
good.
a giant bell. I guess.
I like that it says yourself.
That seems
But
peaceful.
without those other. So just yourself, but we're not by ourselves. We're with people. No?
Right.
Right?
Keep.
So where would
You didn't want to go down that slide. And that was 38. So
From that room.
But you had a bad feeling about 38.
I don't like frogs.
close and we're seeing. Selfless.
Nellie got the word selfless out of the word self
Hmm.
by reading it one way and then reading it backwards.
Whatever y'all want to do is fine with me.
Nellie's given up.
Because I don't know.
She doesn't know.
38.
David says 38. Sarah, do you second that? Nellie's abstaining.
I feel like originally this choice wouldn't have even been there.
But we made it a choice.
It's now a choice. Someone has been here
Mm.
to assist us in this.
So Sarah is saying 38 wasn't there originally as a choice.
Or are they assisting?
Or are they
Are they
desisting?
assisting? They might not.
They put their ladder down.
Helping.
Did it go okay? There is some light down there, right?
Yeah, almost
That's
like
kind of something. It's shaded. It's not just darkness. It's like there is something down there. It can't be total darkness.
There's an arrow.
38.
38, okay.
Is that
All right.
A narrow space where one wall boasted half-finished carvings and another some sort of carnival poster. There was a little confusion as we made our entrance, but we soon sorted ourselves out. It was impossible to climb up the slippery slide, and another door wouldn't open for us. So after emptying the pebbles from our shoes, we marched on to...
We've never been to 40, have we?
I don't know if we've been to any of these.
No, we haven't been to 22, we've been to 43.
Okay. So I say 22.
Or 40. Which one?
Wasn't 22 what we were just
It
deliberating
was in
on?
front of that big.
That's where
yeah.
we just were.
Yeah, that seems the best idea.
This 40
You're-
looks like it was carved out of the existing brick. That's interesting. Or that the brick was built around this older place.
The shoe doesn't look good. Someone went in there and like the roof and the walls fell down on them and the shoe came out.
Where that slide
They're
goes
just
up.
buried in the rubble in there.
So 22 then?
See, it's pointing at his nose. Follow your nose.
See,
Go
well, look,
straight ahead.
this has eyes. See? Do we see with our... These don't have eyes.
It also has a nose and
Yeah,
Kind
the
of.
monkey though.
See, but it's
See
see
with your nose.
See, and then there's a
Ugh, I
nose.
hate monkeys. Dude. Stupid. I think 22. That's what I'm gonna say because it's the least. It's like the intimate choice. It's hidden away, you know. It's like people that are really important, but don't want to be in the spotlight. The ones that you see only after you cleared your heart of all the BS. You know, when you see someone for who they really are. So 22. That's my arguments.
I got
Beat
me
that.
wet.
Yeah.
how would you be following your nose, seeing with your nose to take you to 22? What if this is made of soap? You can smell soap. It's a soap sculpture. That's what soap looks like. Soap is smelly.
What
You're
breaks? Yeah, it
You
breaks
go
apart.
straight forward into the soap.
Yeah. See, only monkeys would go that way.
And they're way into preening. They love a bar of soap.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like primitive.
I feel like there would be air coming out of this tunnel. Like that maybe there is a smell to it. I feel like there would be a draft or something.
Yeah.
but
Toads. But then there's this gun up here, which
Yeah, I don't
he
know.
could have got killed with when
Is
he
that
went
a
in
gun?
there.
Is that a gun? I didn't know what
Or
that was.
it's a key. It's a key
It's a
broken off, but
broken key.
it's also a machine gun.
Oh, I thought it was
Which
a gun too. I thought it was a gun
is
and a
not-
butterfly.
Not great at all.
Wow.
Alright, so Nellie thinks 40 because it's made out of soap, and David thinks 22 because he thinks he could have a great relationship with it. And Sarah, what are you thinking?
Tiebreaker. You gonna pick love or cleanliness?
Can't I have both?
No.
Well, originally I was leaning towards 40 because of this figure having
Fine.
eyes and a nose, and this sign
No,
saying
go away
C.
the movie.
But there's 22 was I don't know. I don't like being the tiebreaker.
Deal.
Yes. And another door we opened first.
Oh,
After
man.
entering the pebbles, we marched on to. We don't know that we can open this door. We couldn't climb up the slide. That's open.
It's a monkey. Monkey. But he's gonna get broken. And then he's gonna face a machine gun.
So we don't want to go down 40 because that means.
Is that what you're saying, Nellie?
I just liked to follow my nose into the soap. But that's all I got, really.
Okay. So Nellie's still going with 40.
I mean, there's this clear arrow. C or
This looks
E's.
very pebbly to me, and we emptied the pebbles from our shoes.
Hmm? So which
We
way?
empty pebbles from our shoes, and this seems very pebbly to me. It'd be rough going.
So does that mean you want to go that way or you don't want to go that way, Sarah? What you said about the pebbles.
Yeah, don't
Alright, and 22?
we?
Yeah.
Okay,
Bones.
let's go to yeah.
A gaudy room that reminded me of a theatrical backdrop.
Hmm.
Places like this are overdone for my taste, but some people like the exotic. Well, everyone's a critic. It's true, I'm by nature extremely critical, although my life is a lonely one. I have not spared any of my guests the rigor of my judgment. We all have our roles to play. This is not a bad place, really. One could spend quite some time here. However, in their restive way, the group moved on to
H2. Jewelry. Scales. Tail. We've been to 43, and
Haven't we been to 38?
yeah, I thought we went to 38, right? That was the.
We were at 43.
Oh no, 38 was the slide. And then we
We
went
didn't
down
go
to
down the
38. We
slide.
went to the ladder, which was.
Great. So let's.
And we didn't go through 22.
Well, I
Now
know.
we're going to
Yeah, I know
22.
we've been to 20.
Let's go to 43
Yeah,
then.
let's go to 43.
I've been there, but I can get back.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
we're
we've been
in a
there.
stupid
Yeah, I knew.
circle. 40. Let's do 22 again. Or no? I don't know. Which one had
just were.
That has.
This is something bad
So
now.
So if we go to 22, then we can go to 40, right?
38, you can go to 40.
We gotta go to 40.
Okay.
All right,
so,
we're gonna
wait.
go to 40.
You're going to follow your nose to the soap. The foundation of the maze, deep underground stones had been carved and fitted. Passages opened in the natural rock. These symbols are quite unusual, said one. They seem to be primitive signs. Do you know what signs? I asked him. Oh, you know, wind and water, hills and planets. It was surprising that he could identify any of the symbols, but I was relieved that he couldn't read them correctly. Choosing more or less at random, they went through a passageway to
I say 11. Because I feel like if this is the foundation, let's stay on the same level. It's like,
Rather than going up.
yeah, I feel like we're at the This is primal.
I like that
Primal,
11
yeah.
looks like sticks, and all these signs look like they were composed of mostly sticks.
Yeah. So I think 11, because we've been to 38.
Alright, Sarah, do you agree? Seems like your two partners are both leaning towards 11. You want to try to dissuade them?
You can't really see where anything about 11, whereas 6 looks like a more established pathway.
I'm
Maybe.
gonna go to an older place, and we've been to 38, so let's try 11.
Yeah.
Okay, 11.
Oh, although that's interesting.
An airy room with many doors. It was a big space, but I still felt crowded. I've always hated confinement. Whatever you do, I warned them, don't touch that. This must be an important room, said one of them. It has more doors than any of the others. This was not true, but I didn't want to interrupt. With so many paths crossing here, we must be close to the center, she continued. I had noticed this guest before. I would have to be careful. This is an important choice, I said, trying to encourage them. Gratefully leaving the room behind, we walked all the way to...
I say 40.
Should we go back to 40 and
I think
choose
so.
6? Because have we been to 24?
Oh, was that where we were? Let's go to 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
If that's the page we were just on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
we
let's
haven't
try
tried 40.
6.
Right.
We haven't seen 6
We've
before,
I don't
Six.
think so.
This is 6.
which is
A gloomy, cave-like place far underground.
We have to go back.
Even I was oppressed by the weight that hung over our heads. A very small hole high above admitted a feeble light. Standing in the light, one of them put his hand out. I think it may be raining out there. They didn't like the look of the place. You continue to judge everything by the way it looks, I cried, exasperated by their timidity. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. If you think of all the deceptions practiced in my family, particularly on my father, we went down the only way open to us and came to
40.
40.
Well, was there anything in
So-
38 that we didn't do?
I don't remember.
Let's try 38. So I thought,
It does look more primitive the way 38 is written.
okay, we did 40.
That's true.
Oh my
Gosh.
gosh.
Yeah, I know we've been there. I just don't remember.
43 we've been to, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what 43 is. Birds.
What? We're going back to 43?
Yeah. No.
So 22.
That was 22. Oh.
Stuck!
I wonder if we're stuck.
8 or
Oh yeah, I
You
see
should all
what
be
you're on.
turning together.
Right. Okay, so
So-
we're here.
38
Go
or
back to-
43.
which one are we going back to?
I don't remember. What was 43?
Let's
Did
go
we
back
just-
to 43.
43 is the one with 38 and 22 as your
Okay,
solutions.
and then this is okay. So we're at 43. So let's go to 38.
38.
Okay. Now let's go to 22.
Okay.
It's right there.
No,
We're
let's
just
go to 40.
40.
Let's go to 40.
Okay.
Let's go to 11.
Okay.
Wait,
Alright.
we already did 11.
We did 24. Let's go to 24. We didn't. I don't remember 24.
Okay. A place of unlimited darkness.
Oh.
Where are the doors? They asked nervously. We
Oh,
can't
no.
see any doors. Be careful where you step, said a cold voice. This spot has taken dozens of eyes, blinked at us in the Stygian gloom. By the time my uncertain visitors turned to ask me what to do, I was already far away. There are no doors, said the voice. You are here with the rest of us now. Even my bellowing laughter couldn't fill this space.
We were stuck at that point, right?
Yeah. I knew we should have followed the story.
Well, we didn't go with
Just-
my initial. We didn't. I wanted the drum.
Yeah.
We didn't do the drum.
That was the drum story.
No, you wanted to go to Fable.
No.
You said Fable was better than Story.
I don't like elegance or class.
All right.
Did we at least last a while?
Yeah, that lasted a while.
We went to a lot of places. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like.
did. You saw a lot of the maze. How did you feel?
I felt like it was either such a complex layer of clues to make sense that I don't know how easy it'd be to do it the first time around, or it was just arbitrary. Because every time I'd go back to like our previous selection when we had that option, I'd look at the clues to that room and they didn't seem to relate to anything.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. But I'm.
So you felt it was either too complex or arbitrary.
That would be my guess.
Uh-huh.
Or too complex for me.
Right.
Well, it
That's-
does say the
that's
world's
always a
most
possibility.
challenging
It is.
puzzle.
It is. It is
It's
challenging.
very-
Definitely.
It would be challenging if it were arbitrary.
Yes, it would be. It would be. But there are reasons to choose one door over another, and there are answers.
Well, I gave the best reasons to choose.
You gave very personal reasons, which are good reasons for you.
Yeah.
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 How
I
about
got
you,
a street
Sarah?
call.
How are you feeling about that?
I felt at times I felt like I had to be a tiebreaker, and I might not necessarily agree with either one, but I still had to be a tiebreaker. So
You could have
instead
said-
of
you could have
instead
argued
of
your
like
point,
yeah,
though.
but it's hard for me to articulate my thoughts. I might have like just a natural intuition towards one versus the other, and maybe the clues don't really point to that, but I don't know.
Well, I think you can go through the maze intuitively and do well, because I think some of the clues work on that level, and so that might have worked. You could have just said, because that's basically how David was doing it, pretty intuitively.
You could talk about the feng shui of the room and like where the flow is, and just be like, I'm flowing out door number 3. I feel myself getting pulled that way.
So have you solved it?
I have not entirely no. I mean, I know how to get to the center and back, but there's the trick is to figure out why,
Yeah.
for each of the rooms.
Hmm.
And since I work with a group, I don't really know what I've actually come up with and what other people have come up with. It's kind of a shared experience. Nellie, was it hard for you not to tell them? Because Nellie ended up in 24 before, which is, I think was.
I knew.
Did you remember that?
But the first time we encountered 24, that room where you have the table legs and the paper clip
Oh yeah.
that is on a string, that's actually coming out of 24. Well, last time when we chose 24, I felt like when we chose it, like a part of me knew it was the wrong decision. Something about the paper clip and the string was like, you're going to be electrocuted or something, or I don't know, and the lights are out in there. I had a bad feeling about it even as we chose it, and so it was easy to honestly say, let's go in the middle door, if that makes sense. It was easy to honestly avoid 24 this time. And then
Then in 11,
when we encountered it again,
11 was when it
I
was
just was
again,
like-
and it seemed like everyone was just like, let's go to 40. What was your thinking then? There was really no debate there.
I thought we hadn't been to 40. I think.
Uh-huh.
I was totally lost as to where we hadn't been.
I thought that we had already been through all those rooms and kept looping through
Yeah.
the same few rooms, and that
Maybe I don't remember.
the only option I saw that we hadn't been to was 24.
At that point, but the first time you went in there,
Mhm.
you guys didn't spend any time on that room. You were just like, let's go to 40, and moved off.
yeah.
I was just wondering about that.
Was that the room with the paperclip?
No,
leading
this was
into-
the room that you actually ended up going into 24 from, which is the room of darkness.
Okay.
The first time you went in there, You-
Was it 11?
yeah, room 11. You didn't spend any time. You just like, let's go to 40. I was just wondering what was going through your heads at that moment.
Oh. Well, I just instinctively thought
Oh,
40.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the
Yeah.
one time where you instinctively, because you always picked the room right away, right?
Yeah.
But they all went with you. Right?
Well, I just didn't say anything because
Yeah,
what
you
could
didn't
I
say
say?
anything because you knew.
I was like, I didn't want to like change our course, and at the same time, I wasn't going to lead us into 24. So I just didn't say anything.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
So then, Sarah, why did you go with 40 there?
I
the
think
first
that
time?
we just bypassed this really quickly.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like, no, wait, stop. I honestly didn't really even focus on this room.
Yeah.
I felt like he said 40, and maybe at that point I was thinking that we had maybe have we been there, but we haven't.
Just kind of all happened quickly.
Yeah. That would have taken us directly there. So.
So is 24 the only bad room?
I would. I mean,
mean, the
depends
end
on
of
what you mean by good or bad.
Like is that the room where you definitely end?
I
Well, it
feel
is a
like
room,
since
you
you're
know.
a visitor, I don't think I should tell you that.
Okay.
Whoa.
But now Sarah's just flipping the pages. What's going on, Sarah?
I just wanted to see the last page in the book. I feel like we went through
Number
so
81.
much of this
Yeah, you did. You saw a lot of the maze.
maze that I was like, yeah.
You got to get on the
Very-
path to the center to see kind of more unique rooms. I'll say
Right.
that.
I wonder if you get on the correct path, are you going to pass through any of the rooms we just were in? Because it feels
No,
like
'cause
we
it-
exhausted every door.
Feels like
We really can't start out at Fable. If we do this again, we really can't go down in the door of Fable.
Yeah, that was a really bad idea.
We didn't go through every door
Well,
of Fable.
I wanted to, well,
be
I
fair.
wanted to start
Okay,
with that
it
one.
was kind of a question.
Although there was that choice.
You can look at Fable right now if you wonder. Or, yeah, look at this too, because there's some here that you didn't go.
There was that
Yeah, go to
one that we
26.
didn't go down the apple path, and there was an apple on the path.
But didn't we start this time out of Fable?
We started out of here. That was my initial. I wanted to go through.
Move the camera over here so they can see what you're doing.
Well, because that was Fable.
36.
And so 38's a nothing.
We knew that.
We went to 36. We didn't go to 30, right?
No, we went to 30 at some point.
Did we?
I think so.
Let's see.
No, we didn't go to 30.
Nope.
What was 27? Did we go to 27 after all?
Yeah.
we did. Okay. So on the stage, we could have gone to 36
or 30.
Oh, we did do 36.
We did not do 30. And that was
Very
the
good.
most obvious initial one that you thought, because there was nothing obstructing it, not. That was the one that very left most for.
We looked at that page for a while.
Mm-hmm.